Hi, it's Mandy from Mindset for Success with today's Mindset Matters. Now, I've been talking about the topic of communication with some of my clients recently because communication, as I'm sure you're aware, is the absolute key to everything and anything, whether it's a relationship in your personal life, with your friends, whether it's with your boss or a work colleague, or a sales or negotiation conversation. The key is when you're a great communicator, it's much easier to get the results that you want because you'll understand what the other person is or isn't saying. So I've written a few articles on becoming a better communicator, and right now I've got a very simple tip for you, which is not such a well-known tip. But firstly, what I'd like to share is that one of the keys to becoming a better communicator is firstly to remember that we have two ears and one mouth for a reason. Two ears so that we can listen fully and be present. And to be able to listen, we need to be silent, which means we have to slow down our busy head. And interestingly, silent and listen have the same letters, just in a different order. So that's your first thing to remember. Secondly, quite a bit of research has shown that in a conversation generally, about 40% of the time within the conversation, each person spends about 40% of the time thinking about what they'll say next, about 40% of the time waiting for the gap and the space to say what they want to say, and only 20%, if that, listening. The other thing I would like to add on top of that is it's also been shown in this very distracting world with media, social media and technology, and our brain loves to be distracted, that we have an attention span of only about 8 seconds. Apparently it's slightly less than a goldfish, which is 9. So we're easily distracted, and as about 82% of our senses are visual, anytime there's something going on in the room or on your screen or somewhere around you, you're likely to get distracted. So we need to have a few tools to help remind us to keep present. So the one that I suggest you give a go is when someone else is speaking, practice putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth, just behind your front teeth. Might sound strange, but what this does is it sort of slows your thinking mind down, because your tongue isn't doing those micro movements that it does when you're processing and thinking about what you want to say next. So it helps you slow down. And the more you do it, you'll create a habit of becoming present and remembering to be silent and to listen. And the second step is just to set a clear intention that you are becoming a better listener. And when you're going into a conversation, to set that intention that you will remember to listen more than you speak. Because the gold in life is the things that we miss because we're too busy running our habits of thought or habits of speech. And I'll put the link below to an article I wrote that's got some other tips about becoming a better communicator, as well as quite an interesting link to research, which has actually shown that I guess the way that we speak becomes habitual, as does our thinking. And it's been shown that some people actually get a little bit addicted to the sound of their own voice. Really, I think it's becoming habitual. And when we run our life in habits, we're not aware of what we're doing. So the key to become a better communicator is to be more conscious and aware of what you're saying, why you're saying, when you're saying it. Are you interrupting the other person, and are you truly listening? So I hope those tips help, and thank you for those people that joined in today. And I will put the link, as I said, below to the article that I wrote, and have a great day. Thank you. It's Mandy from Mindset for Success.